Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I have to get the Suburban fixed and I have some other things that I need to do, but for now I need to get the water pump so I can get the water in there, make sure the engine runs. I need to drive it again. The Suburban's going to be in a movie trailer, and there's a basically movie company that wants to use it for a movie trailer for a kind of like a 1950s style movie. I do have the movie poster, which one of the producers was very happy that I share with you. That's it right there. And that's kind of what we're working on right now. So, I'm slowly having, getting back with them back and forth about it. But one of the main things that I have to do on my part is I have to make sure that she's running good and that they could at least drive it. So if they decide to use it in a driving shot, then it'll be working and they won't have any issues. I have to clean it up. I got to make it look nice, or at least decent enough to where it looks like it belongs in the era. And it's still pretty original, so obviously it's got some details, but they were fine with that. I'll share the Instagram page on my bio in the description. Make sure to check it out. Go give them a follow. And make sure to subscribe and hit the like button so that way you could see the progress of this. Pretty exciting because I always wanted to know how this whole movie thing, when you see old cars in there, and it's pretty cool that one of our cars is going to be there. So I'm going to get started on the water pump and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So the good thing about this, I guess, leak is that all the fluid's out. So I guess that'll save me some time. It's been leaking for a while, so it's pretty dry in there. Let's get started then. So this is the water pump right here where the fan's hooked up, and as you can see, it's pretty messed up. And I'm not saying this is the original water pump, but I mean, it's pretty old. I don't know if they've been replaced or not, so I gotta put the new one on there. So I'm definitely gonna have to remove the alternator. I do believe that we put a new thermostat on this, so I'm not going to replace the thermostat. I do want to bypass the hoses for the heater core because I don't really need the heater core. It's summertime. I don't really use it anyways. Plus, I don't really drive it during the cold. And it's just a risk factor that the heater core might start leaking. So I'm just going to eliminate something that might happen that it could give us issues. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the water pump up, got to get water in there, and then I'm going to start driving it. I got to drive it this week because I need to make sure that it's driving. Brakes are brand new. The transmission's been replaced to an original one. It's got new oil. And then I got to drive it, make sure all the seals don't leak. I know that I have to replace seals because they're seeping. But, it's not a necessary thing. I mean, if I can do it, great. If I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. As long as she runs and drives, I'm cool. So this is why we're going to get in there. Sorry for the long talk here. We're going to get to it right now. So one of the first things I got to do is I got to loosen out the alternator here to get the belt out. Right there is my belt. Goes on the bottom, comes out. And now I got to remove this bracket right here. And then once I do that, remove the water pump, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, let's go for this bracket here. Alright, so that one's out. I'll clean the bolts, grease them up, make sure they're nice and clean before I put them back. Alright, so that takes care of that one. Alright, so I have a pan at the bottom ready to collect any water, so we're gonna go ahead and remove this real quick. This is the upper radiator hose. Let's get it out of the way just to see if there's any water in there, but like I said, I do believe that it's gonna be pretty dry in there, and it sure is. Mainly because it's been leaking for a while. I haven't really wanted to mess with it. Yeah. All right. So there goes the hose. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a rag in here just because I don't want any debris going in there. And I am gonna clean this off real quick, at least a little bit. Put a little WD-40 on there. Clean it out. Loosen up those bolts. All right, now I'm gonna put a rag back in there and then cover it up. All right, so that's covered. I'm gonna go ahead and take the water pump. You see how loose it is? You could definitely tell it's pretty bad. So let's do that real quick. So those are the other hoses I gotta remove too, mainly because obviously they're holding water. This one is one of the ones that I want to tap out. I want to do a bypass to this one to that one, and then that way there's no more water going to the heater core. And I should have a fitting. I'll just cut a piece of hose and then I'll just put it on there. And the main reason for that is, like I said, I'm just trying to avoid any extra hassles or problems that could occur if they're using it. Plus, you don't really need the heater core other than heating. You could pretty much bypass it and it'll be all right. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be pretty, like I said, I don't know when this thing was replaced, honestly. I never replaced it, so I couldn't tell you. But it definitely feels like it's been here for a while. We're gonna try from this side. Oh, there it goes, okay. So that's good. Okay. So, once again, I don't know how old this water pump is. Oh, there you go. That's where the fluid's coming from. Got my bucket. Alrighty, so that one still had some. Once again, I'm gonna get rid of these hoses because they're just gonna be problems. I know it, and I don't really want them, so it's all good. So I'm gonna take these apart right now, and I'm not gonna put them back. I'm just gonna do a bypass on the new water pump. All right, so the two heater core hoses are out. This right here is, I guess, my reservoir, which I guess the hoses are so bad that pretty much stuck. They're already bent. I do want the reservoir, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it. As you can see, this hose, they got it somehow like in through here. Yeah, it's you don't need that. Those are the heater hoses. I do believe that this is good, except for, you know, this hose, as you can see, looks like crap. They put an extension there for, I guess, the reservoir, which is fine, but I think I might have to mess with that a little better. I might take it off, and then yeah, there's a bolt, I think. Yeah, it's right here, the clamp. I might clean that up, but anyways, there's a water pump. It's almost out. I just got to take the lower hose off. My pan is down there catching all the water, so let's get that going now. And like I said, I'm not trying to get the show quality. I'm just trying to get it back to original, and then very functional. It's pretty corroded. Oh, there you go. All right. So there's a pan down there. Like I said, it's holding all my liquid. Gotta make sure it catches everything. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, so it's probably halfway full, if anything. I don't think it's all the way full. All right, let's see. It's moving, but like I said, it's pretty corroded. Now, the last time I think this truck was rebuilt was about 30 years ago, and it definitely shows. So there it goes right there. It's already loose, but all right, so now it's pretty loose. Let me see if I could shake this thing real quick without putting too much pressure on the radiator. We might have to definitely cut that one. I don't want to put tension on that radiator. All right, so I got my X-Acto knife. I feel like Dr. Frankenstein working on Frankenstein. Well, it's no going back now. See if it comes off now. There it goes. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, trying to get on the water pump. Let's see if this comes off easy. Oh, okay, that's good. From what I understand, most of these bolts are on the bottom. All right, so I got a 14 long. I'm gonna hold on to the water pump. Make sure it doesn't fall or the fan gets bent. I really don't need that. I'm gonna give it a quick tap because oh, there it goes. It's loose. There it goes. All right. Oh yeah, it's out, guys. All right, so as you can see, that's the water pump right there. We are off now. Definitely very bad. Seal was already dead, and we got to take the fan off. And that's the fan right there. The fan goes on the new pump. So we'll see how difficult that's going to be. But yeah, the pump was definitely dead. Look, you could listen to it. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. Take the fan out real quick. Alrighty, let's see how difficult this is going to be. I feel like because this thing was already wiggling so much that it might not be that difficult to take off. In other words, it was already kind of loosened up from all the shaking it was doing. Yeah, they're pretty loose. I mean, they're not super tight. So, I guess that's a good thing. It's 1, 2, 3, and the last one. And that's your fan right there. Okay, so I don't know if you need the weight. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Well, let's look at the other water pump, see what it looks like. All right, so this is the other pump. It's ready to go. We're gonna have to match it. Oh yeah, it's different. It looks already, I guess it's a newer design, if you want to call it that. Pretty cool. Oh look, they even give you a cap, I guess if you want to cap off your line already right there. You see that? So that's pretty cool. So if you don't want to do your heater core, they actually give you this cap. So then you could just eliminate your heater core right then and there. Yep. That's it right there. Pretty cool. I think we're going to use it. All right, so the main thing now is obviously you got to match it up. It does look like it's the same pump. All the holes look like they all match. Everything from the bottom looks the same. So I think we're gonna be all right. So if you're looking at it, you're basically looking at it like that, but obviously from this side, and then you could see everything seems to be matched in. It has the seal in there too, and then it has the cap, so you can cap off your heater core. And then we're definitely going to use that, so we're going to do that real quick. All right, so put a little Teflon on there, and then let's put the cap. Hopefully it doesn't give us too much trouble, and it'll just go right on in. There it goes. All right, so that's good. I'm going to tighten it up here, and then I'll finish tighten it up once it's installed. It should be fine though. At least I hope. All right, we'll leave it like that right now. Now it's time for the fan. Let's do the fan. So I removed the other inlet for the heater core. So I'm gonna go see when I have to go buy clamps now. So definitely it's all good. I gotta go buy clamps and I'll see if they have a I guess an end cap for this thread. That's for the thermostat. So I'm gonna do that real quick and hopefully they have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cap this off. I'm gonna go ahead and install the water pump with the seal, and then I'll go ahead and run and get all the little brackets and stuff that I need, and then we should be good. So the screws are pretty bad. I'm gonna see if I can hit them up with a wire wheel just to clean them up. They're not bad, as they're just dirty. See what I mean? Now that's clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of them like that. It'll look nicer, or at least I'll feel better about it. Plus you check the integrity of the screws or the bolts. So we'll do it like that. We're ready. Let's see if the fan fits. Hopefully the holes match, and they do. Look at that. All right, so that's good. So yes, I forgot that we needed our spacer. The spacer goes in just like that. Yeah, I knew to take it off, but I guess I forgot about it. So yes, you need to take the spacer off. Anyways, so there you go. All right, this one's not going in really nice and smooth. All right, make sure it goes in smooth. I don't want it to. There you go. Ah, that feels good now. Alrighty, yes, you need the spacer. Do not forget the spacer. Now for all my metal stuff, I have this guy that comes in and he picks up all our metal junk. He kind of does like neighborhood tours and picks up all the neighborhood metal. So I usually save that stuff and let him recycle it. I guess it makes him a little bit of change, so it's all good. Yep. If I need to tighten it, I'll do it once it's in there. I could do it with a wrench. All right, so it's good to go. Let's get on it. Alrighty, so I gotta scrape it now. It's gonna be a lot of sludge coming out of it. That's the old seal right there. Alright guys, so after scraping the crap out of it, and then I use this brush right here to basically clean out my screw holes. It's pretty much ready. As you can see, the surface is pretty clean. I could dry it out. Just see it, but you want it to be as clean as possible, obviously. Mainly for the seal, to make sure the seal sticks, and that's what we got right now, so that's pretty good. Alrighty, so it's time to install. Nice and gentle with it. I gotta get my short screws. Seal goes in like this. All right, so I got one screw in. I got to do the back ones, and I have to align the seal. All right. So remember on that one, there's a bracket. It goes here. So that bracket goes on that one right there. So I got to mount that bracket on there too. But before we do that, let me mount the other screws, and then I'll take this one off. So I'm going to do that real quick. All right, so I'm trying to get the screws back in there, or the bolts back in there, but I feel like maybe this water pump is a little thicker on certain areas. Like that one went in good, and then I have one on the bottom that doesn't feel like it went in all the way. It almost feels like the threading is not that great. But these are the ones that were in the original one, and there's definitely one bolt that feels very short. It doesn't even grab anything. So I'm not really sure if maybe these are even original bolts, or maybe just, you know, aftermarket water pump, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to see if these bolts will grab on, and it seems like they won't. So I might have to go get some longer bolts for water. That one's in, and there's one down here. Yeah, see, it's not even grabbing on. So I feel like maybe they're just not really threading. And it's definitely not coming into this one. I have another one here, and that one feels like, yeah, this one feels like it grabs on. So maybe I should go buy a couple of these, because these are the ones that feel like they're gonna work. And then this one is too short now. As you can see, there's a very big difference. The other ones work great. It was these two that are giving me issues, so I'm gonna have to go buy those. I don't really have a choice, because obviously I need them. I'm gonna go ahead and mount this bolt here, or maybe I'm just not, haven't finished mounting it. I don't know. That one's in. See, this one, I don't even think this one doesn't even have, it doesn't even reach a thread. Yeah, it doesn't even grab anything. I feel like it's too short. So yeah, we got little snags here and there that we got to deal with, I guess. This one is definitely too short though. It's not gonna work. It's not giving me the meat that I need. And the other one, I don't really feel too confident about that one either. I feel like that one's too short too. I'm gonna try this one on this one, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, after checking it, you see this? I mean, how the hell is this even gonna work? I mean, and this is the bolt that I took off of this. And then this one goes here. I mean, it doesn't even grab anything. And then this one, nothing. So I'm not really sure how in the hell this thing was even on there then. Definitely need a longer bolt. I mean, that's not even a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go get one longer than this one. And I feel like even the one that's here at the bottom that I just installed is not gonna be good. Alrighty, so quick O'Reilly's trip. The new clamps, 3 different sizes. Alrighty. Cap, I couldn't find a plug, but this will do. And then screws a little longer. And then this is the radiator hose bypass. That's definitely very important. So let me get going on this stuff. It's almost getting dark, and I wanted to have this thing cranked up before it got dark. Alrighty, so I think I got the bolt situation figured out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my bracket back on here. And then I'm gonna tighten up the other bolts. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the belt in, and then that way the belt bolt will get tightened up just as tight as the other ones, and then I'll work on the bypass and the hoses and all the other stuff. Got to put my belt back on. All right. The good thing is on these older cars, the belt drive so easy. Now I'm just gonna try to tighten up the starter. It already has a lot of tension on it. It's nice. All right, and it's good. At least I hope it is. Yeah. Feels like it's tight. We'll see right now. All right, just gotta put the rest of the stuff back on there, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. A little Teflon. Time to put the cap back on, or the outlet. That's for the heater core. We're not gonna use it though. All I'm gonna do is put it back, and then I'm gonna cap it. Just because I don't want the heater core. Remember that. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it back in. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Let me see if I can get a socket, or else we're gonna be here all night. Or never mind, screw it. I'll just do it like this. Since we're almost there. And then I'll put a cap on it. I already put a cap on the bottom one, so we don't need to worry about that one. Now we just need to do this one, put the cap, and then we're done. All right, so this is the upper hose, and that's the one that goes basically here. It'll be ready to go. From the looks of it though, it looks like it might be too tight right here. So once it goes in, I'm gonna have to leave it in there. So I'm gonna have to clamp it in right now. Alrighty, so the bottom hose went in. It was pretty tight. The cap is in there, you see that? The plug's in there. I did manage to put the original radiator hose on there, right here. It was a pain in the butt. So, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't fly off, but it should be fine. I think she's ready for some water, and then we're gonna get ready to go. So I'm gonna put some water on there, and then let's get her cranked up, see how it goes. All right, so I filled it up, cranked it up, just waiting for the first recycle. Once the water goes in, I'll put some more water, and then it'll be ready to go. It's still real dirty even though I washed it, so there's definitely a lot of gunk in there, and I think it's already recycling out. I'm just using water right now because I want to try to probably flush it again before I put any chemicals in there. So let's see how it goes. All right guys, well, I see no water leaks, other than the water that I just sprayed. But I did, I don't really see anything as far as squishing out from the hoses. Everything is super dry. I'm gonna give it a quick little detail. It's late, but I want to try to drive it tomorrow. So I'll make sure to update the video on this. And right now, thanks for watching. Hopefully this will work. Like I said, I'm trying to get it ready for a movie that the Suburban's gonna be in, so that's why I'm taking all the time to make sure to get all the little details right. So all right guys, make sure to subscribe, hit the like, notification bell, and let me wash this thing. She looks a lot nicer when she's washed. You'll see. Y'all be cool out there.